All right, guys. Well, we're just about to kick off the eighth official tournament for Gods of Gravity. We are in round three. This is the last match before the semifinals, and we've got all facing off against SandYea.
Yeah, so welcome aboard and let's go have some fun.
Alrighty, Steve, do you want to give us a brief breakdown of what this map is?
Yeah, this map is really interesting. This is called Distant, and it's got some really cool features. Right here, you can kind of see this vertical orbit. It has two sniper ships, which will favor each player going to their right. And as you can see, both players are kind of smartly avoiding it right now because attacking that sniper planet early is deadly. But we've also got this sneaky stealth planet over here, which can really cause some interesting mixes and give players an opportunity to do some stuff that might be a little outside the realm of what their what their enemy is expecting. Excuse me. But yeah, this is a really fun map, and it causes a lot of different strategies to take place, and it especially lends itself to the God of Conquest's new ability. If you want to talk about that.
Yeah, we don't actually have a God of Conquest in this match, but we probably will see one later. But as you might know, a lot of god balance has been changed recently, and God of Conquest got a little bit of a rework so that their passive is now that moons give power. So it looks like all one of our returning champion players is taking this sniper planet, and this is actually an interesting matchup because we haven't seen SandYea before in the tournaments. So this is a new competitor here, so we'll see how they're able to handle facing all, who is one of our champions.
I do like how, yeah, all kind of went in and went for that sniper planet early, and you can see SandYea hasn't done that yet, and that's going to be an interesting choice.
Yeah,
it can be dicey.
We can see how much map control all has right now. We see that dark blue bar around it showing how big their fleet can get. And compared to SandYea's on red, it's all can support a lot more ships. Even though the ship counts right now, which is that lighter part of that ring, is they're about the same, with all having slightly more.
Yeah.
But we'll see if SandYea is able to recover and gain some more territory here.
Yeah, this is something I ran into when I was testing out this map earlier today. It's a tough choice to take that sniper planet that early. You really do run the risk of losing all your troops, because if you misplace them or just don't go in correctly, you could be behind from the start. But all capitalized on that and kind of struck early, and luck was with them.
Yeah, and we're seeing all with a wormhole chain here and going for the other sniper planet. Now this is a bold move, and we'll see.
Ooh.
All's forces are looking pretty low right now and are stretched thin, yet they control so much territory. So we'll see if SandYea is able to capitalize on that and take some of that territory in those planets from all.
Yeah, but you can see that struggle. That's what I was talking about earlier. It can be dicey taking that sniper planet, and we'll see if SandYea can kind of capitalize here. One thing I do like is SandYea has that awesome crown. That is a really cool one. That's one of their custom cosmetics you can earn.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, it's really cool. Oh, go ahead.
It looks like both players, well, SandYea already has their ability, which will give shields around their wand and their planet. So we'll see if they're able to use that defensively against all, who is playing as the God of Stealth and is about to have that invisibility ability charged, which allows them to completely turn invisible, as well as their wormholes, so and able to do some sneaky attacks. Oh, here comes SandYea for that sniper planet and takes it back from all. I wonder what all's doing. Oh, I think they actually activated their invisibility and are going around. That's
I was wondering why I lost
the
them.
blue team. But it looks like SandYea was able to defend that.
Yep.
And all reappears over there.
So one of the cool new god abilities for stealth is that when you cast it, the wormholes and the god are hidden, and you can't see the ships, so it can be dicey. As you saw, we were trying to just track where all was and we couldn't find them. So it's a really cool play and adds a lot of strategy to the game, plus gives their ships a little buff.
Oh, and let's see that asteroid. There's a lot of...
Ooh.
We'll see if... Oh, I was going to say, we'll see if the defense ability comes into play here, because it now will shield asteroids you control, but it looks like SandYea has already used that ability. Oh, ooh. And SandYea's getting aggressive and trying to go for both asteroids here. And it looks like
a smart play. Yeah, if this works, that's going to be a terrific play, and I think it will.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the minimap, we see that SandYea has a much larger army than all right now.
Yeah, look at this. It looks like all's going in for that other one. He's... Oh, no! Didn't get it in time. Yeah, that is not going to be good.
Those battleships are able to defend the sniper planet, too. But it looks like SandYea says, I don't want my troops over there. Maybe let all take it. But looking at the ship numbers, it looks like SandYea should have this game in the bag. And they know it, and they're being aggressive here.
Yeah.
And trying to get power at all's home base so they can attack.
What a great play. So many people struggled to capture both those asteroids, but it was just smart taking advantage of where all was positioned. Grab both those asteroids, and really, there's no stopping SandYea from that point.
Yep. And it looks like Red has power, so there's nothing stopping them from taking this home base here.
Yeah, All's putting up a valiant effort, but there's nothing they can do.
Yeah, against all those torpedoes and snipers, not much you can do.
No.
Team has lost control.
What an interesting match. There was a lot of back and forth, and I was really on the fence for most of that.
All had a very strong start, but SandYea was able to make some consistent plays and come back.
Yeah. It's really interesting. It actually went a lot faster than I thought it was going to go there, too. So, got to see some good plays. Some good stuff from SandYea, and being a new player to the tournament, it's always nice to see new players come in and perform well and shake up the scene a little bit.
Oh yeah, it's great to see. Steve, do you want to show our lovely spectators here? We can see what cool cosmetics they have got.
Take a look around at some of these cool crowns and titles. Don't forget about the titles. I like them as well.
Yeah, Xburruss rocking that champion crown. Oh, it looks like we see Speedy Ape with that new sniper challenge crown. I think that's a fun one. And that challenge set was released this past week, so make sure if you haven't got a chance to get it, you should try to play those challenges before it rotates out. All right, so while we're waiting for our players, I thought I'd talk a little bit about some new things that have been in the game. So recently the ranked update has come out, which transitioned quick match into ranked mode, and also made challenges available in every mode. And so make sure if you're interested in sort of competitive play that you check out the ranked mode that is running, and there is a leaderboard here where you can fight for the top spot. So it makes sure it's open for 1 hour at the same time quick match was open, so make sure you hop into there if you're interested in that. And there are certain challenges already out which are specific to the ranked mode, and so make sure to do those, and we'll probably be releasing more challenges. So come to the Discord. We have announcements there about these kind of things. And also, if you are a person who likes challenges, this update is exciting because it now allows you to complete it not only in the main campaign, but in private rooms with your friends and in public games, and in ranked as well. So you can really enjoy that aspect of the game from anywhere. And as always, we are releasing new challenge sets. This is the new sniper set that just came out. So make sure to catch those for these unique cosmetics, right? These challenge sets are only around for for 2 weeks. So make sure you do them while they're here, and there's no guarantees that they come back. And so yeah, these cosmetics, this might be your only chance to get them. I'm quickly taking a look at what our competitors are saying. It looks like we can start with the other semifinals match shortly, when one of our competitors has their headset charged. There's a lot of unique challenges doing VR tournaments and things.
Yeah, VR tournaments are definitely interesting. There's a lot of complex issues we have to do with batteries and connectivity, and
Yeah.
it makes it fun, but it's really immersive and exciting. If you want, we could jump in and we can spectate somebody else's match if you want.
Oh, well, while you're on this screen, I thought I'd also talk a bit about, in this ranked update as well, we've added different skill levels, which will allow you, there's nothing telling you what skill level you should play in, but ideally you pick the skill level which you think most accurately describes you, and it will suggest rooms which have players specified at that same skill level. So that's just one of the new features we've added to hopefully allow you to find games that are more fun with people at your same skill level. And the last thing I'll talk about, which was a main feature of the update as well, was the new God balance, which was available in the beta version of the game. If you don't know, we release betas occasionally for our beta testers in the Discord, and they help us test new features before they come out to the live game. And we made a bunch of different god balancing changes, reworked a couple gods, and every god had changes, and hopefully the game should be in a much more fun state right now. And if you want to help us test new features before they come out and help guide development, make sure to come onto the Discord and sign up to be a beta tester. We're always looking for more people to give feedback, and even if you're not a beta tester, we still love having your feedback. Your bug reports in the Discord are essential, even if it's bugs that have already been reported or have been around for a while. Just make sure to keep posting those bug reports so we know what bugs are still in the game and how we can improve the game experience for everyone. It looks like our Killgrave has come back, and their headset is restarting, but we should be able to get this match underway very shortly. Alrighty, we are in the pregame lobby for the first semifinals match. We had a sort of a false start earlier, but hopefully we'll have a smooth match underway, where we have Killgrave facing off against Speedy Ape. Looks like God of Defense mirror match here. We should see some defensive play, I suppose. Killgrave rocking that planetary crown, which is one of the cooler ones, in my opinion. You know Killgrave's going to come out here and play Lord of Defense, or play God of Defense. Killgrave's been one of the long-term defense players, and definitely a scary one at that. And we're seeing Killgrave micromanage here to avoid those missiles here and take that first planet without suffering many casualties at all.
Yeah, it was a pretty smooth transition there. Yeah, one of the things that's fun about the new Defense God ability is that it puts a shield around your wand. And I don't know how many players have seen that, but it's really exciting because it can allow you to do a little defensive and offensive action. So if you go to attack and you throw that around your wand, your planets and your asteroids are defended, and you can then use that shield around your wand to kind of shield your ships and help you get into position and take advantage. So it's a really interesting one. It's probably one of the most unique God abilities out there right now, I think, with the terms of kind of like an interactive element.
Yeah, and I think we're still have yet to see how players will make the best use of that that new element. So hopefully we'll see that from these defense players, how they're able to use that wand shield. And it looks like Speedy Ape is already going for this sniper planet, making it one of their high priority planets before point defense and before torpedoes.
Yeah, and very smart.
Definitely interesting to see.
Killgrave did the same thing, has also taken their sniper planet.
Yeah, it looks like Killgrave's actually going for that stealth planet as well, trying to get that advantage. These players, obviously they're not God of Stealth, but they're able to still gain some of the advantages of that god by moving their ships through this stealth planet there.
What do you think, Jack? If you were in their shoes, would you go for that sniper planet before the point defense planet?
I think it's definitely an interesting decision. There's no doubt that snipers are very powerful ships, and I think it's good to go for them early game because they allow you to attack pretty safely. And a sniper can take out a lot of ships without even putting itself in danger. And it really is great for map control. If you position snipers strategically at central planets, they really help defend without you even having to do anything. But it looks like Speedy Ape's coming in and trying to mount an attack, but will back off there, realizing how many defensive ships Killgrave had there.
Yeah, that's smart, because this is an important part. If you look at both players' ship cap and what they have, their ship fleet right now, they're about dead even. And so, but nobody wants to make that first mistake, because it's rough when you make that first mistake and lose a bunch of ships.
Yeah, against good players, mistakes they'll be able to capitalize once you make a mistake. So you have to be very careful to pick your battles wisely. Oh, and it looks like Killgrave steals away Speedy Ape's sniper planet. And that's something common we've seen in both the matches, is trying to steal the opponent's sniper planet and cut off that sniper production. Oh, and it looks like players trying to defend. They both cracking their god abilities there, but it looks like Speedy Ape will come out on top and defend that planet.
That was a smart exchange by both players. If you notice, they're still pretty dead even.
Interesting decision for Killgrave to attack that that planet when Speedy Ape still had that shield up. I would have waited for the ability to expire before attacking there.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that one, because there was no rush. There was absolutely no rush on that.
Yeah, but it looks like Speedy Ape is pulling ahead in troops by a lot here and is making an attack right now, wasting no time to press that advantage. We'll see if Killgrave is able to gather some troops. There's that asteroid up there, which looks like they're trying to grab. We'll see if they can mine it fast enough, but it doesn't look like it.
This will be an interesting choice here.
Oh, it looks like trying to use a shield to start engaging those snipers there. But it's now or never.
Oh, but then Speedy Ape stole the asteroid as well. They've set up their wormhole for a steady stream of ships coming in. This is not looking good.
That was a good game, and congratulations, Speedy Ape. They will be moving on to the finals. That was a great
interesting
game.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. That was kind of a ragtag beat 'em up, if you will. It wasn't a whole lot of strategy. It was just kind of a fist fight in a way. And that was an interesting exchange. I don't know if we've seen one that kind of has been in that model, but that was an exciting and different style of play for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure what mistake Killgrave made, which made the ship difference so high. I'd be curious to go back and watch the replay. You know, we post these Twitch streams as YouTube videos on the Trask Games YouTube channel, so make sure to subscribe there if you want to be able to watch these videos along with other weekly videos we make. Anywho, let's get this next semifinals match going. All right, we're in the pregame lobby for the second semifinals match of the 8th tournament, where we have SandYea, one of the newer players in at least within the tournament. We haven't seen them before. And then we have Xburruss, one of our champions here, rocking that first place crown. They won the last tournament. It's a very sick crown. Let's wait for our other spectators to get on the right team. Looks like we're just waiting for a few stragglers there. And let's start this match.
All right, here we go.
All right, welcome to the second semifinals match. On blue team, we have SandYea facing off against Xburruss on the red team. Both players rushing around to capture as many moons as they can before they are ready to take those first planets.
Xburruss going pretty deep there, too, for those moons.
Yeah, it's interesting. We have two God of Productions facing off against each other. This is the God you have unlocked by default, and it is one of the simpler gods, good for new players, but it's also one of the powerful ones because your ability is just spawning more ships in, so you have a little extra production when you need it.
Yep. Whenever
it looks like Xburruss is wasting no time to capture that sniper planet, and it looks like they're doing so without suffering any losses here. That was a great takedown of that planet.
Very smart play. We'll see if SandYea can do the same, although I think they took the sniper planet a little slower last time, so we'll see if they follow suit this game.
Yeah, we'll see if Xburruss is able to capitalize on that fast sniper planet takeover, if they're going to be able to use those snipers early in the match to gain an advantage.
Xburruss definitely running around, capturing as many planets and moons as they can, and yeah, SandYea playing a little different, slower strategy, so... I don't want to discount SandYea, though, because they pulled that win out in their last match, and that was pretty exciting.
Yeah, I wouldn't be taking this sniper planet with no shield ships.
Yep.
Yeah, you're going to suffer heavy casualties there. Looks like
that's a bad mistake.
Back for a second attempt with some shield ships there, but even still, to be a lot of defenses on that planet. But it looks like they're going to successfully take it and start taking those moons around it. But in the meantime, Xburruss is conquesting very fast here, and it's going to take this torpedo planet. And torpedo ships are bread and butter of an endgame fleet. They're able to shoot an overwhelming amount of missiles.
And it puts them in a really good position too. That central planet with the snipers on there, nice little bit of force. This is a good positioning for Xburruss.
Yeah, and a change that players might not have realized in the newest update was some work has gone into the point defense ships, the ones that shoot down missiles, to make them more consistent and a little bit, well, just better, and to remove some of the problems with them that might not have been noticed. But so make sure to use point defense in your forces, and they will help you, well, not die to missiles.
Yeah. With missiles being so powerful, you need a good mix of ships. And I think that speaks to what we saw with SandYea, is you really don't want to be attacking planets, especially a sniper planet, without a good mix of shields and missiles and lasers and snipers.
And look at how many snipers Xburruss has, and if we were looking at the ship numbers right now, it looks like Xburruss is about to absolutely conquer this planet here, and even with the reinforcements there, it looks like it's not going to be enough. But it did make Xburruss have to be a little hesitant there. But
positioning.
I think they're waiting for their god ability here, so they can get that little final boost. Yep. And there we go.
That's funny.
And nothing you can do when the ship deficit is that great, and you're trapped there at your home base. It's a spot we've all been in, and just knowing your doom. And so Xburruss will be moving on to the finals, where they will face off against Speedy Ape. But before we do the finals match, we're going to do the bronze match, where we're going to have Killgrave facing off against SandYea for that third place spot in the tournament.
I must have lost you in Discord for a minute there. That was weird. But yeah, so now we're just waiting for Killgrave and SandYea to choose their teams, and then we'll be able to kick this bronze match off.
Yeah, I love seeing all the spectators pile in, and it's like all very experienced players with those. I recognize some of those names, and it's nice seeing the good mix of cosmetics and everything. It's fun to see people mix up their look and choose different titles and crowns and really represent those different challenges.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things in the game right now, I think, is just seeing everybody try to personalize it and do their own thing and have their own titles and names and cosmetics. And we're providing so many opportunities for people to get these and to express themselves. And I think it's a lot of fun, and I'm really excited about where we're going in the future, and hopefully everybody else is as well. Oh, all right, guys, I got it.
Yeah, let's run this.
No time to waste, judging by the spectators' gestures.
Yes. All right, well, welcome to the bronze match of the 8th official Gods of Gravity tournament. We've got SandYea on the blue team facing off against Killgrave on the red team. Both players going for those initial moons. We'll see if they decide to go for that sniper planet early, as we've seen in a lot of these games, and that seems to be the dominant strategy on this map.
See, ooh, look at that SandYea's speed this time. Moving around a lot faster, it looks like. They have to be careful
sure to
without
get those
that
shields
shield.
there.
Yeah. I'd wait for the shield, but All right, let's check
it
out.
looks like they're not going to suffer any casualties there. Meanwhile, Killgrave, I think, has already taken the planet. This is their second production planet, which they've taken here. And we'll see what they go for next. Are they going to choose to go for the point defense, the torpedo, or the classic sniper here? It looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. Starting to take out those snipers and avoid those missiles the best they can. And it looks like they decide we're going to need a little bit more troops to secure this win here.
Ooh.
And maybe they even will need a little bit more here.
It's going to be an unlucky turn.
Yeah, they're going to even have to wait. They don't have enough troops to pull from those planets.
Yeah, ship composition. Ship composition is so important. Whenever you're grabbing your ships and you're going to make an attack, you have to have a good mix in there. If you go in without any shields, it's not gonna be good. Especially on those sniper planets, you need a good mix. As you can see here, Killgrave is just suffering on that planet.
Yeah, but finally going to take it there, and we'll start to get those snipers being made as soon as these moons get captured. And if you might have noticed, now when you capture a moon, before this last update, you'd always get one turret on that, but now you get more turrets up to even four or five, all based on how many moons you already own. So the more moons you own, the less turrets you'll get. So this is another mechanic we've added to hopefully help balance matches a little bit and make it easier to come back when you have less moons and really hold on to those moons. And make it less viable just to run around with like one or two ships taking all the moons.
Yeah, it's a really interesting mechanic, because I felt like before people would lose and gain moons very quickly, and this kind of puts a little more strategy into the game.
Yeah, and that was one of the changes that was on the beta branch, so if you want to help test changes like that, then make sure to join the Discord and join the beta.
Yeah, because we really do listen to a lot of feedback from you guys.
Yeah, here we go. So it looks like, in terms of ship counts, it looks like SandYea is in the lead, and you know, I will say it seems like SandYea is a bit slower player, a little slower off the start, but they seem to be making smart plays all the time. and playing sort of slow and methodical, and it really helps with ship count numbers. We're seeing them consistently ahead in ship count. Looks like Killgrave's gonna use that ability, and it looks like SandYea is gonna counter there. And it looks like, no one owns that planet yet.
A little bit of wand usage, not using it fully though. Look at, SandYea, put your wand in there.
But it looks like SandYea is gonna come out on top there at that torpedo planet.
Interesting. I don't know if I'd have used my ability that early. Killgrave, I don't know what the strategy was there, but see if it pays off.
It could always have been a misfire, but or it was just preemptive usage. I'm not exactly sure. They, both players weren't exactly fighting at that moment, so it's definitely an interesting usage. But I'm no Lord of Defense, so
yeah.
maybe it's just a strategy I'm not understanding fully.
I like they're mixing it up though. We're chasing each other around, getting some good battles. A little bit of cat and mouse here.
Snipers exchanging fire there.
That's one thing we haven't seen a lot of. We haven't seen players really doing a good job of positioning their snipers before attacks. They're kind of grouping, and they could select them out and take advantage of the feature lock or the ship lock.
Yeah, that was one of the new, more subtle things that crept into the update. You'll now notice on your gravity wand that there's a little lock button. It's the lower button on your controller, and if you hold that down, it allows you to only pick up troops which you're already holding in your hand. So if you grab a sniper and then hold down the lock, you can run your hand through your forces and it will only pick up the sniper. So it's very useful when trying to separate out specific types of ships like that. And this was another community requested feature that we added into the game.
It's really important to use that and lock your snipers into a perfect position before these attacks kick off.
Yeah, it looks like Killgrave's going to hold down this asteroid. We'll see if SandYea is able to capture their asteroid. Remember, asteroids always spawn in pairs at the opposite side of the map. So if you see an asteroid, make sure to look at the other side of the map to see if the other one's there and you can capture it.
Let's pull back and take a look and see. Just a little bit of chasing each other around here. Little cat and mouse.
And the armies are still equal. This is a great match. We're already at the 6-minute mark and no one's really taken a dominant lead here. Good back and forth. And it looks like Killgrave, they're fighting over there for maybe I thought it was an asteroid for a second, but it just appears to be those sniper planets over there. And both players really having a consolidated armies here, going off against each other. And here comes Killgrave, picking up that torpedo planet. We'll see if SandYea counters here. Though interestingly enough, Killgrave's already gone, not bothering to try to defend that planet there.
And both their god abilities are available, so this is going to be a little dicey for both of them. See who pulls the trigger first on it.
Yeah. Whenever I'm playing God of Defense, I always try to use my ability if it's a critical defense. I need that little extra bit of defense there.
Oh, there it is.
And, yep. Trying to hold down that stealth planet, and let me tell you, trying to capture a planet that has stealth turrets and a planetary shield, it's pretty rough. So I think that was a good use of the ability. And it looks like both players are getting their one asteroid, so no one's really taking the lead in regards to those. But it looks like SandYea is slowly pulling ahead in ship count, though it's close enough that it could change at any second here.
Yeah, I like to see SandYea in here. I like to see new players, especially in somewhere in the top 4. I think that's exciting. It gives us a different style of play. See how different players use their strategy and use their gods.
Yep, and here comes SandYea and pulling ahead more and more. I'm wondering if it's just the patience from SandYea. Killgrave was really running around capturing planets and probably losing ships in the process. But meanwhile, SandYea's just been going around consolidating and making some key plays when it matters. Oh, but here comes an attempted defense at this torpedo planet, and it might work here, forcing Killgrave back, and that was really the end of the last of Killgrave's troops. So we should see SandYea really making a counterattack here, but they're suffering some losses from that sniper planet here, so maybe now is not the time to attack the home base.
Yeah, and I'd be a little worried too, because Killgrave has that ability. Their ability's still ready to go.
Yeah.
Another asteroids are up though.
Yep, and I hate to say it, but if SandYea gets both these asteroids, it's over.
Yeah.
Each asteroid provides some battleships and other supportive ships, so it's
there it is. Oh, this might be enough.
Oh,
use your wand.
and it is enough to ward off SandYea for now.
That is funny. What a good exchange. I like this. And you know what? I think SandYea is, yes, I guess we'd call them a third quarter player. They come in, and if they can sustain that initial rush, hold off by their enemy, it looks like they gather steam as they go along. So this is interesting. We've seen them fall early, and then when the late game, we've seen them perform well.
Yeah, so it's really, if I'm in SandYea's position here, I'm trying to take that production planet, and then I'm going for the home base, or might be a time to make a panda move and go for the sun. I feel like the sun is kind of underutilized by a lot of players that just don't know when to go for it and when it's worth the risk. But I personally believe that if you're at enough of an advantage, you can safely take the sun, and you want to attack their home base, then it's a great opportunity to do so. So you get that guaranteed power everywhere. Like, why bother trying to attack that planet right next to them?
Oh, there we go. I was wondering, Killgrave was going to see that asteroid. Yeah, you're right, Jack. I don't see that. I don't see the sun being utilized as much outside of Panda. And I know it's a difficult one to capture, but it is useful, especially if you're in the lead like this. It's not a bad idea, but we'll see what SandYea does.
Sorry, my voice died for a second there. Hopefully it should be operational now, though. And yeah, I'd be going for the sun right now, because yes, you could be going for those planets next to their home base, but they could be defending those, and just the sun is sort of a guarantee of being able to attack their home base. And if you're convinced that they won't be able to contest you if you go for the sun, then I think it's a great play to make.
Yeah, now both players' abilities are ready, and SandYea's was at ship cap, not anymore.
Yeah, and here we go. I think this is the final push for the home base here, and it looks like Killgrave will use that ability on defense, but just the sheer amount of ships that SandYea has will overpower Killgrave's defenses at their home base. And we're not going to call it just yet until that timer hits 0, but it appears that SandYea has just won 3rd place in this tournament, which is great to see from a new competitor here against Killgrave, who's such a great and one of our long-term competitors.
Yeah. Really good player, really good defense player. So
yeah, no, it's an impressive showing from both players. That was a great match.
Yeah, great match. Got to see some good usage of God of Defense. I think we need to see more wand usage, and I think that'll come as players get used to actually using it more and being more attuned with it.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right. Well, we'll be right back with the finals, and we're also going to try to get one of our I think they have the most tournament wins of any player. I'm pretty confident on that, but we're going to try to get Panda in here to help commentate the finals with us. So we'll be right back. All right. Well, we're in the pregame lobby for the finals of the 8th tournament, and we've got a new commentator here. It's Panda, who is one of our long-term players and one of our champions. You want to say hi?
Hello. It's good to be here.
Yeah, welcome, Panda. Be interesting to see on this side of this screen.
Been noticing how good the chaining has been recently since All first tried it.
Yeah, you're referring to just going between the moons and planets with the chain of wormholes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's been
Killgrave's
getting
a
lot
big fan
better.
of that one.
Yeah.
I'd say you still see a lot of grabbing the ships and then scrambling around at full speed. Um, I guess that's
in the beginning, like planets, like the first 2 planets, you want to do that at the beginning.
yeah. Well, you don't have like it gets unmanageable the more ships you have, of course.
Yeah.
What do you think about these players going for the sniper planet so early on this map? You think that's the correct play?
I haven't messed around with point defense too much recently, but with the way it's looking, these snipers can definitely give you a huge advantage, especially if you do like a sacrifice play by throwing in a few ships, which I've seen a couple people.
Yeah, we saw. I think Killgrave just trying to wave the shield ship in there just to try to aggravate the snipers to shoot there. But yeah, snipers, I think you have such great potential to, just gain an advantage just because they can kill ships without putting themselves at risk.
Yeah. One thing I'm disagreeing right now is they're not going for all of their available moons instead of going straight for the sniper.
Yeah, no, they could be taking those moons next to the sniper planet, right? And I'm sure a few others. It's always important to get that production as soon as you can, just because the amount of time it takes to take a moon, as opposed to a planet, is so much less.
The only issue with taking those moons right away is getting hit by the snipers, but I think there's still a few, like off in the distance, that they could have cheesed out.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I've been seeing more people also go for that second 9 planet, so they get that power advantage earlier and be able to take that sniper as quickly than just going after that first one.
Yeah, I've been seeing both players, or in a lot of the matches, they'll rush. There's 2 production planets on this map, one that's closer to the home base and one that's pushed out a little farther. But you can still get both within the home planet's power range, so we're seeing a lot of players just rush for the farthest one out, just so you can get the most power as fast as possible.
It's a really good exchange and an interesting play by Speedy Ape there. Typically, I don't think most players would have gone for that counter against Xburruss, especially in range of the sniper planet. But I feel like Speedy Ape's kind of a scrapper, and they went in and did something a little unconventional there.
No, yeah, and I forget whether it was blue or red here, but they were. One of the players was waving their. Yeah, it was Xburruss doing that waving thing, and that's if you don't know how snipers work. Basically, they can shoot at. They have a really big range, but they can shoot only at ships which are in range of your other ships. So, sort of like a squad sight mechanic.
One thing Xburruss has over a lot of players, seeming like, is he seems to be a jack of all trades when it comes to gods. I've seen him switch gods a couple of times during this tournament.
Yeah, what do you think about the God of Stealth pick here?
It seemed to be a lot better. Is the boost still around?
Yeah, so you still get the buff when you activate the invisibility.
That buff is huge, along with in tournaments, because especially me, I like to keep an eye on my opponent constantly, so not being able to see what they're doing can really throw you off guard.
Yeah, you saw we lost them. We lost them in a match while we were trying to follow them with the camera.
Yeah, there is that level of like the deceit element to God of Stealth, right? You get that bonus, and of course the stealth gives your ships an advantage. And we're seeing Speedy Ape just use that ability. We almost just have to zoom out and just sort of wait to see where he strikes. And it looks like taking that moon. And then going around
running around right now.
Xburruss has also done the same thing. So now we have both stealth players.
This is
There we go.
And
Xburruss seems to be struggling a lot with taking that point defense. They've really been trying to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely an even matchup so far.
Yeah, the snipers going in.
Yeah, they're completely relying on their snipers right now, so they can play as defensive as possible while losing very few ships.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that torpedo planet stay neutral just for so long in these games. It seems like to be the last planet that these players are after. I still think torpedoes are pretty essential, at least. Just they're maybe not as good as snipers, but just the volleys of torpedoes are so strong in the end game with
Yeah.
Mars.
Yeah.
I think I
Yeah,
see
on these.
Speedy Ape doing some stretches in the middle of this match, which is interesting.
It looks like the first asteroids are out, and this is going to be essential here. If Speedy Ape is able to get both of these,
And I
then
think
that's gonna be
they
rough.
might. This is going to be brutal because they have that one and they've got this one down here. Oh no! Xburruss snagged that one. Okay, so I was wrong.
But it looks
They
like
need
I'm
that.
looking at the minimap, and it looks pretty doomed at this point. With Speedy Ape just going ham.
This is what I was talking about that scrapper mentality. They don't waste any time. This is just I'm going to battle and duke it out, and if I can knock somebody out in the first round, they're going to take advantage of it. So definitely a different playstyle than what we're used to seeing.
1.
Yeah, and there we go. Yeah, no, compared to the last match was like 13 minutes. That was about half the time. And congratulations on Speedy Ape. Speedy Ape will be the winner of the 8th tournament. Oh, I wish we had a chance to see our...
What they do.
You really saw Speedy like pushing back Burris and not letting him take any planets there.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Well, congratulations. Speedy was Steve in this current season. Is that what's our current breakdown? Who has won so far?
Oh, okay, so this is wild. So we have now a Speedy Ape. I believe this is a 4-way tie for the season IRL reward, which I was talking to Jack earlier, and we had an idea that if we do get a tie, we might just throw everybody who's won one tournament who's tied into a battle royale, and whoever wins and pulls out takes home that IRL prize.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
you are
it'd be-
part of. Yeah, Panda, because I think you have one win, and now we have 4 different players with one win in this season. So what do you think about that?
Right. Isn't that 2v2 fight count as part of this like cluster?
So we haven't.
It does.
Oh.
Yeah, right. The 2v2.
So it depends.
Yeah.
If the 2v2 counts, Panda and Danny won, which would set it
Yeah.
apart. So that's what I wasn't sure. I didn't think we were going to count the 2v2 yet because we were going to keep a separate bracket for that, but we just didn't do enough 2v2.
Counts, if the 2v2 counted, then I have 2 wins. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So I guess we'll have to figure that one out and see if we do separate rewards or what we're going to do. But I kind of like the idea of if there is a tie that we do this battle royale. It could be a fun way to stream something. Or
Yeah, we haven't had any competitive games that are like 1v1v1v1, so it could be a lot of fun, and we'll talk internally about how we want to do it with the 2v2 and the stuff. But we'll keep you guys posted if that's going to happen. And I think in the future, it's been fun to have. I know it was only for one match, but it was fun to have new commentators in and players that are really able to give a lot of insight into the strategy here. So something we'll keep doing is keep bringing in some experienced players and some familiar faces I'm sure all you guys know and love, and we'll get them on stream to help break down these matches.
Yeah. Any advice to other players out there, Panda, just picking up the game?
Just really keep playing, watch these tournaments. That chaining strat right now is one of the best that you can really learn, especially that like quick double portals, so you don't like lose any momentum. Having all those ships like grouped up in a cluster also helps protect them. So just get really good at that and get your movement speed down.
Nice.
Yeah, Panda, I'm curious, when you're saying you're advocating for clustering ships as fast as possible, and that's definitely helps them move around the galaxy faster. But when you're mounting an attack on a planet that you're not just easily going to stomp, is it a good idea to spread out your troops as you move in, or keep them tightly clustered?
See, it's a combination of both. If you have about 40 or so, you're going to send them in as a cluster, but you're going to get one handful and put it on the other side of the planet. So you technically have 2 clusters, but they're also spread out.
Yeah, that's a smart play. You got to attack from both sides at once. Make sure their shields, aren't able to block all your incoming fire there.
Yeah, you'll see Killgrave do it a lot in his play, where he keeps picking up a handful of ships for about like half a second or less, where it just moves slightly, but those shields don't have enough time to disable, so it's still blocking ships while in his hand.
Yeah, and that's why if you don't know, if you grab ships in your hand, they can't shoot and the shields will turn off. So That's why speed's key in these situations, because you got to reposition your ships as fast as you can before they just get absolutely pummeled by the defenses.
Yeah. More like a slap strat than actually like picking them up.
Yeah. No, and I'm continually amazed by how fast some of these players are. Just how fast and precisely they're able to move around and reposition their ships.
That's one thing that's so loved about this game is the unique like movement style and how like smooth you can actually be with your like how you move.
No, yeah, I find you get a lot of control, and I kind of don't like games who use joystick movement and other things that I like having the direct control of sort of your movement in this game. I
Yeah,
like how that
especially with
works.
like the momentum and whatnot.
No, yeah. Um, awesome. Do you have anything else you wanted to say, Panda, before we end the stream for today?
Uh, this is the most exciting tournament I've seen in a while, especially that map. It was a really good map. I haven't seen one that good in a good minute.
No, yeah, there's
Especially with
definitely a ton of different elements there with the snipers and the stealth plan. And yeah, it was very fun.
the snipers were out of the way, so they weren't like taking you out at the beginning and whatnot.
No, yeah, it can be annoying when a map is designed and there's a sniper planet just defending every moon, and especially one
Yeah.
that you can't access immediately. Awesome. Well, we will see all you guys in the next tournament. Join the Discord and follow us on Twitter. We post there, and the YouTube channel, of course. And we'll see you all next time.
Yep. Thanks for joining us, Panda. And I'll have the tournament video up tomorrow, so everybody will be able to catch up over the weekend.
Okay, anytime.
Have a good one.